Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a hot minute since I've uploaded, so first I just want to apologize for that. I actually filmed a few things and they just weren't up to my standards, so that's why I've been gone for a little over a week. But I am back because I have another Norvina palette from Anastasia. Yes, there is even a third that came out before I could even get up my review on the second one, so it's a little hard as an influencer but also as a consumer to keep up to date with the Anastasia launches. They're going a bit crazy this year. But today's video is going to be all about the Norvina Pro Pigment Palette Volume 2. I do have a video up on Volume 1, which was the purple palette, and I had mixed feelings on it. It was a little bit confusing to me and I wasn't really vibing with it. I do feel differently though about this one. Also, the third one I think is going to be my favorite. But if you guys want to see my first tutorial using this palette, you want to see swatches and hear my thoughts, then just keep on watching. So this does have the exact same concept as Volume 1 and Volume 3. This is a 25 pan palette for $60. So when you really break it down, it is affordable if you go by shadow. But again, it's a high-end, more expensive palette in Sephora. They are available online and in-store at Sephora now when you guys are seeing this. But this Volume 2 is obviously a totally different vibe from the first palette. I honestly do feel like this one makes a little bit more sense to the eye. It's a little bit less confusing, at least for me when I look at it. It's mostly about teals. I feel like the color story makes a little bit more sense, and it does have some oddballs in there. It has a maroon and some pinks, which make it a little bit weird, but I love that. And again, I kind of learn from my videos, from you guys, from comments and everything, and these are meant for the artistic type, not the basic type, and I totally get that. And I've seen probably more artwork on the eyes than I ever have on my Twitter. Just watching all of the beautiful, talented makeup artists on the internet come up with looks with these palettes, I can clearly see why Norvina did decide to make these three palettes. It's just a little overwhelming as your average Joe like me. But anyways, I really want to cut to the chase with this video. I don't want to ramble on too much. I really enjoyed the formula of this palette for my first time trying it on the eye. I'm going to give you guys swatches right now of the entire thing. I'm sorry that I couldn't get it all on my forearm, but I had to go up my arm a little bit. The blues didn't swatch with a finger as amazingly as some of the other colors. I feel like Anastasia does a really good job with warm tones like oranges and things like that, but purples and blues can kind of be a little bit patchy with at least a swatch. But I didn't have any problems on my eyes, so again, same old spiel that I give you guys. Swatches with a finger really don't mean anything to me. It just helps give you guys a view at the pigmentation, the color, and the texture, but not so much how the shadow performs on the eyes. So without further ado, I really enjoy the look that I have on today. I feel like it's fun and it's a little bit in between wearable and artistic. I feel like I would wear this out, I might wear this out, but also it's not like your basic look. I did kind of a glitter half cut crease. So if you guys want to see my first look with the Norvina Volume 2, then just keep on watching. All right, so I already have one eye done. I kind of wanted to just be able to play with the palette freely and come up with something and then share with you guys exactly how I did it. So the first step was to blend A2 in the crease. A2 is a neon matte lime color. So I'm taking my E25 blending brush from Sigma and I'm just going to gently blend this into the crease, and I'm being careful not to go too high up with my crease colors. And this is pretty pigmented on its own, but if you did want it to really stand out and get the most neon effect out of it, you could put down the Anastasia base or a white shadow down on your lid before putting this on. Next up, I took a firm shader from Sigma and the shade E1. This is a matte kind of emeraldy color, emeraldy teal, but it has a very faint shimmer in it. Or I guess I wouldn't even call it shimmer. It has a faint glitter in it. This one did have some fallout, so I'm just tapping off a little bit of that excess. And I packed this all over my lid. This is one of my all-time favorite shades. I used to have a nail polish in this color and I wore it for years. It's the only nail polish I ever went fully through. So it's really cool having this in my eyeshadow collection. I just kind of repeatedly tap off the excess and pack this onto the lid just ever so slightly into the crease on top of that lime color. And then with a smaller blending brush, this is the E27, kind of been obsessing over this. I'm taking some of that E1 shade and just making sure that the crease is blended. Again, if you really wanted this to pop, you could put down a base first, but I'm kind of going over these shades with the shimmer and glitter later on, so it doesn't really matter for me to put down a base right now. Okay, so before I start working on my cut crease, I'm going to go in with another deeper teal. I'm picking up the shade E3. It's just a fully matte deep teal shade. And I'm just going to place this in the outer corner because I'm not gonna have any shimmer out here. So I wanna make sure it's nice and packed, and I want it to be a little darker so that my eye does have some dimension and look a little bit bigger. These colors would make really beautiful all over the lid shades, or like a blown out smoky eye, which you know is my favorite. But I am trying to branch out and do different sort of looks for you guys. So next I did a half cut crease. So I'm taking the eye primer from Anastasia, and I'm just going to take a tiny bit of this on the back of my hand. And I'm taking my go-to brush for cream. This is the cream color from Sigma. I'm actually kind of flattening it out with a baby wipe to get it as flat as I can. And then I'm going to pick up some of that base. And I'm only doing the inner portion of the lid. I'm just going to cut that crease, and then once that's where I want it, I'm just kind of tapping it out so that it's not wet anymore. Then it's time to play with my all-time favorite color out of this Volume 2 palette. So I'm taking the shade D1, the most beautiful shimmery mermaidy blue, and this is what is going to be my cut crease color. And I'm picking it up with the same exact brush and just packing over that base. I wish that there was a palette full of just this formula. Like, I don't care what colors, just give me all of the beautiful metallic shimmers that Anastasia can come up with and put them all in a palette, and I would just love that so much. All the beautiful accent colors. And I do like to kind of tap in the middle where there is no base, just to make a little bit of a transition into the matte area. And then because I'm doing this side faster than I did this side, I'm just going to take a little extra time with these teals and just make sure that everything is blended. Sometimes I rush the eye that I do on camera, and I feel like the other eye looks better because I'm just sitting there and aimlessly doing my look, but it's okay. So next up for the look is the glitter in the crease. I don't know if you guys can really see it well on camera, but Anastasia also launched glitters along with the Norvina 2 palette, so they sent over this package that I have behind me full of glitter. So for my finishing touch, I took the Anastasia glitter adhesive and a really pretty star glitter. This is called Dimension. Look how pretty they are. It's tiny duochrome stars. So I'm taking a eyeliner brush. This is a bent liner from Sigma. Again, I'm kind of smushing it with a baby wipe. And this is what I dipped into the glitter adhesive with. So I kind of just dip into the adhesive, wipe off the edges, and I just go fishing for stars and pick up a bunch of stars. And then I continuously dip into the adhesive and kind of paint it over the stars one by one. And I'm just gonna line my crease with the stars. Okay, so I just situated all the stars and I put on my liquid liner and my lashes. I did use the Anastasia liner, which has been my favorite lately. But the last step I took was just taking a tiny bit of B5. B5 is a neon blue, and I just popped this on my lower lash line just for a little bit of a connection in the look. Nothing major, just a tiny little sweep of it. And then I'm going to pop on some mascara to my lower lashes, and that's it. All right, you guys, so that was my first look using this palette, and I do feel like I had a really good time with it. Everything blended beautifully. I feel like the shadows performed a lot better on the eye than maybe they looked in my swatches. I'm not gonna sit here and say that this palette is for everyone because I don't think it is. I do feel like it's worth it if you guys are obsessed with color, if you love like the blues and aquamarine type vibes, then of course you're going to love this palette. And you guys know I love blues. I loved the Blue Blood palette. palette from Jeffree Star. I find them to be really fun, especially in the summer, which again, the timing of these is a little weird to me, but if you're an artist, obviously you need these colors year round depending on what your clients ask for. So I can totally see how these are not meant for someone like me. I don't work on clients, I just work on myself, and I give you guys my opinion. Overall, I like it. I feel like it's a lot less confusing than the first one. I do think the third one is going to be more my vibe. I'm sure that's not shocking. And fall is here. Fall is my time. It's Libra season. So the third one, I really look forward to testing out for you guys if you do want a video on it. But I want to know your thoughts on this whole Norvina collection. I'm going to leave a poll. I'm not sure which corner it will be in, but I'm going to leave a poll asking you guys what one you like out of the three of them, which you like best, volume 1, 2, or 3, and we'll see what you guys think. But that is going to be it for my first look at the Norvina volume 2 palette. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did like this video, please give it a thumbs up for me and leave a comment down below if you want me to review the third Norvina Pro palette and what other collections you are excited to see, because there are some major ones coming out very, very soon. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Thank you guys so much for watching and for hanging out with me, and hopefully I will see you all in my next video. Bye.